Hello and welcome to another episode of the Biscuit Bites with me, Tony Fielding. Metal Gear Solid has finally got its Solid Snake. Who is that, you might be asking? Well, let's have a look. Put the old man's spectacles on. Oscar Isaac to star as Solid Snake in Sony's Metal Gear Solid movie. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Casting news. Big casting news if you're a Metal Gear Solid fan. Oscar Isaac to play Solid Snake. Wow. Let's have a quick read. Sony's long-awaited Metal Gear Solid adaptation looks to have gained some major momentum as sources tell Deadline that Oscar Isaac is attached to play Solid Snake in Jordan Vogt-Roberts' film. The film is currently in development at Sony Pictures with Vogt-Roberts on board to direct. The film is based on the Metal Gear Solid video game created by Hideo Kojima and published by Konami. The script is written by Derek Connolly. Avi Arad is producing. Peter Kang is the executive producer, overseeing for the studio. Well, this is big news. I mean, we've not heard much in the way of any news for this film for years now. It feels like it really does. I mean, this film was announced in 2006 by Kojima, and then it stalled. Kind of got revived in the early 2010s, and I think Vogt-Roberts came on board in 2014, 2015. I think it was announced in 2017. I could be wrong, but I'm sure I remember reading that Sony were looking at Vogt-Roberts around 2014, 2015, so he could have been attached at that point. But it just feels like this film has been in development forever. That always feels like a bit of a worry, in all honesty. And you just add to that it's a video game movie. They don't necessarily do well, really. But nevertheless, if we look past, let's get past the pessimism of it all, and let's just focus on this bit of news right now that Oscar Isaac has been cast as Solid Snake. We've now got a live action Solid Snake, an official live action version of Solid Snake on the way. And I've got to admit, I don't know how I feel about it. I like Oscar Isaac as an actor. I think he's a really good actor. The he just seems to be charismatic. He seems to be cool, and he is one good-looking gentleman. Let's be honest. But he was never on my radar for Solid Snake. I can't think of many actors who were on my radar for Solid Snake. There's one actor I thought of who I thought would be perfect for the role, but you're talking like 50 plus years too late, and that would have been a young Clint Eastwood. Seriously, look up some images of Clint Eastwood when he was younger. If you've played Metal Gear Solid, it's almost like, yeah, man, he looks the part. But I think there was rumours that, there weren't rumours, but there were fan rumblings that Hugh Jackman would be cool for the role. I'm not sure if he ever showed any interest in it. Christian Bale, I think, at one point hinted that he'd like to play Solid Snake. I think he might have said, yeah, man, I want to play that game with the bandana. And that was a terrible Christian Bale accent. But yeah, there was hints of certain actors, but I can't think of anyone off the top of my head who would have, from today's actors, who would nail the part, especially big names. And Isaac was nowhere on my list. No, again, wasn't on my radar for it, but here he is. He is now Solid Snake. And I'm cautious about it. I'm getting used to the idea now of let it sink in for a few hours. And yeah, I think he can do it. He's a good enough actor for it. So yeah, just seems to come out of nowhere, that choice. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. It's not, it's like if Heath Ledger has taught us anything, it's keep as open-minded as you can. I mean, it's not like they cast, unless you're casting Kevin James as Solid Snake, in which case, no. Adrian Brody as Solid Snake, no. There's been some fan pictures of Oscar Isaac. If I can, let me just have a quick look. Oscar Isaac, Snake. I'm so glad I didn't show any porn images then. I mean, there you go. Look at that. That's a pretty solid image of a fan image of Isaac as Snake. Pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts? What does everyone think about that? It just seems to be, it's. I mean, it's great that the film is now finally moving forward a bit more. It's closer now to actually maybe starting production, depending on how all this COVID stuff goes. So, yeah, at least now we're moving forward with the film. But what are my thoughts on the film itself? I personally would not have started with Metal Gear Solid. I mean, if they are starting with Metal Gear Solid as their baseline, I wouldn't have started with that game. I would have actually started with the original 2 Metal Gear games from like the late 80s, early 90s, from the Japanese MSX system. Look it up. You've got Solid Snake as a rookie who has to infiltrate Outer Heaven, which, Snake's a rookie, and he's sent in by his, the leader of his unit, Big Boss, to go and infiltrate Outer Heaven. And I'll leave it at that. I'll let you go and look into it more, because there's a good lot of lore with Metal Gear Solid that, really does lend itself well for this kind of stuff. But I would have started with there, and maybe even tried to get it as some kind of HBO series going on, really explore it more. But that's a video for another time. This is just about the casting, and cautiously optimistic I am. What do you guys think? You excited? You a bit mixed, or you just downright don't like it? Let us know what you think. Oscar Isaac as Solid Snake. Laters.